Have really struggled. The Baltimore Orioles have beat them a couple of times already. You wouldn't have expected that. Mike Scioscia not happy about it, so you have to believe that it's the Rangers' division to keep hold of. The only way I think anybody comes to them is if they come back to the rest of the pack, and I don't see that happening.
You know, there's really little to separate Felix from his performance last year when he finished second in the Cy Young balloting to Zach Greinke of Kansas City, with the exception of wins. He has pitched very good baseball.
Yeah.
However, against the Texas Rangers, he struggled.
He has struggled. Run support first and foremost has been the issue with Felix, but he has struggled against the Rangers. Against the White Sox, he really pitched well, had everything working for him. Nice defense right here, but for him to have some success today against the Rangers, stay away from the walks and try to work ahead of these guys. They want to try to hit the ball out of the ballpark. Everybody knows that, so he's going to have to keep the ball down today with a good two-seam fastball.
One man the Texas Rangers can thank about where they are is the guy who's going to be pitching tonight against the Mariners, Tommy Hunter, the big kid from Indianapolis, suffered his first defeat in his last outing. He was 8-0, but he has been a great find for them.
He has been, and even though you see the numbers, giving up 8 earned runs over the 3 innings he pitched against the Angels, the ERA still only 3.3 after that outing. I suspect this guy is not overpowering at all. He will work the strike zone. He'll try to expand the plate on the Mariners. They're going to have to keep him on the plate. If they can do that, they'll get some pitches to hit. Again, not overpowering at all.
What a night we have here in Seattle on this summer's eve. Beautiful, beautiful night for baseball, the M's, and the Texas Rangers. Don't you run away. We'll be right back.
Northwest. The tracer system uses 3 cameras to track every pitch. Graphical enhancements have been added to the EQC tracer this season to give you more information and insight into the game.
Is at the plate thanks to last night's big hit, but tonight it'll be a real test behind the plate as he catches Felix Hernandez for the first time ever during a regular season game. You know, the things that make Felix Hernandez so difficult to hit can also make it very difficult for a catcher.
It'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a new experience, and I caught him in spring training in his first couple of outings this year when he came back, and it'll be a lot of fun. You know, I've talked to Bard, obviously talked to Johnson, watched a lot of video, know what to expect, and see how it goes. It'll be a lot of fun.
How do you prepare for some of that stuff? Because it's what makes him so good with hitters. It can make it a little tricky for you.
Right, it does. You know, you just don't know what to expect. Some nights it's sinking, some nights it's cutting, and but again, you know, I'm just going to go out there, have a lot of fun, and communicate well with him, and figure out what he wants to do, and in certain situations, whatever it may be, and just go out there and have fun with him.
That was Adam Moore with our Geico quote. Adam Moore just headed into the dugout along with tonight's starter Felix Hernandez. They look locked in and ready to go, and so are we. We're getting you ready for first pitch here on FSN. It is a beautiful night in the Northwest, a great night for baseball. Come back and join us, won't you?
Well, that is the Narrows Bridge down there at Tacoma, down there at Gig Harbor on this beautiful summer evening on August the 5th as we get set for the final game of the three-game series here at Safeco Field between the Mariners and the Texas Rangers. Quickly, let's look at the Ranger lineup.
Four-run Washington leading things off. It'll be Andrews, then Young, Hamilton having a great year, Guerrero, Cruz, Murphy, Molina. Moreland, he's been swinging the bat well, 368. He will hit 8th, and then Blanco getting a start at second base tonight. He will hit 9th. And the numbers for Felix, ERA, pretty nice at a 2.90. 167 innings pitched for him so far with 149 strikeouts.
Yeah, he's going to get well over 200 innings again this year, and be nice to see him have an easy first inning. He's been struggling a little bit early in the ball games, having come away with less than a 20-pitch effort in the first inning.
And the thing that we've noticed lately is that a lot of the clubs have been very aggressive with him in the first couple of innings, trying to jump on his fastball, getting their hits off of him early, giving up some runs.
And a breaking ball that just misses inside. Marvin Hudson is the man calling balls and strikes tonight. It is 74 delicious degrees here at game time tonight. The wind a little bit of a factor out of the west at 6 miles an hour. And in talking to some of the Texas contingent about what happened down in Fort Worth with the Ryan Group winning the auction by the Texas Rangers. I think everybody's pretty happy that it was Nolan Ryan's group that is now the sole owner of the Texas Rangers.
Think Mark Cuban will give it a shot at another club at some point?
I wouldn't surprise me. He was a bidder a couple years ago for the Chicago Cubs. Cuban is a native of Pittsburgh, a big Pirate fan. But the Pirates, as far as I know, not up for sale. Down low and inside. And if you remember last night and you were watching the game, you know this man can carry the mail. It's him getting the board just before the grand slam home run that kept the inning alive on a fairly routine ground ball at third. That's high and inside. And the count has gone full, 3-2. Slowly tapped down the third baseline. That's a base hit.
I think that hit him on the leg. Looked to me that was
foul ball.
Well, it looked like they didn't call it a foul ball. It's going to be a base hit, but it looked kind of funny. Like it hit around his leg somewhere. The ball is spinning sideways. That hit him off of his knee. I thought the ball looked funny coming off the bat. He runs it out, which is smart, and he's going to end up with a base hit. Let's see if we can see it hit his leg. Direction change. Just kind of went off his knee and went straight up in the air. Another look at it. It's hard to tell from that angle.
I don't know if it did. I don't think it did.
That angle's tough.
I think it went off the plate. Let's see here.
That went off the front of his knee, I think.
All I know is he's down at first base.
That's right. It'll be a base hit.
So it's going to be an infield hit. And here comes the man with the salami last night, Michael Young. Want to know?
I think one of the interesting things to watch in tonight's game is Adam Moore behind the plate catching Felix. Felix has always thrown to Rob Johnson. The last couple outings he's thrown to Bard. But Adam getting the duty tonight behind the plate to catch Felix.
And a shot, walk it, one hopper to third, and around the horn they go. Nice play by Lopez. Figgins to Kochman.
Oh, Michael Young hits this ball right on the button, and a nice play by Lopez. Ball hit that hard, plenty of time to turn two. Oh, looks like Andrus got some of the cleats from Figgins. Figgins jumped a little bit early.
And here's Josh Hamilton now. Andrus apparently all right. Want to know on Josh Hamilton. And a foul back. This show, the Texas show, is headed down to Oakland over the weekend, and if the A's have any illusion about picking up some ground in big chunks, they'll have to do it this weekend, head to head. The A's currently in second place in the American League West. 8 games back. Still a lot of baseball to be played. Hamilton, a slice fly ball into left center field, gonna drop. As Gutierrez goes over to pick it up on a hop.
Let's take a look at the defense behind Felix tonight. Saunders, Gutierrez, and Ichiro in the outfield. And in the infield is Lopez, Jack Wilson, At shortstop, Diggins and Kotzman on the right side of the infield. And again, Adam Moore will do the catching tonight.
And here comes Bad Vlad. A one hopper to third, and long throw across the diamond, plenty of time. Guerrero actually hit one out of the park last night, but it didn't go out of the park because of Gutierrez's fabulous catch. Here in the first, nothing doing, the man left. We go to the bottom of the first with no score.
Thank you, Tom. And for the Mariners tonight, it's Ichiro, Biggins, and Kotzman, Brandon Gutierrez, Lopez, Adam Moore will hit 7th, Michael Saunders 8th, and Jack Wilson will hit 9th. Tommy Hunter having a nice year, 8-1, 3.31 ERA, only 65 innings for him so far, 33 strikeouts to 16 walks.
Well, in his last outing, he was taken to a 5-0 lead and lost it. So he's trying to regain the form. That ball is hit into the gap in left center field, and that's going to go out there near the warning track. It'll go right up near the wall, and Ichiro will stand at second base with a leadoff double on the first pitch of the ball game. So the Mariners are off and running here.
Ichiro's been really aggressive early in the ball game. First pitch, up, out, over the plate. Splits the outfielders and finds a gap. Take a look at the defense for the Rangers. Murphy, Hamilton, and Cruz in the outfield. In the infield, it'll be Michael Young and Elvis Andrus on the left side. Blanco and Moreland over on the right side. And the veteran Benji Molino will catch tonight.
'24-year-old Tommy Hunter out of Indianapolis, Indiana. And Sean Figgins now will try and move him along. Ichiro last night tying a Mariner club record with 4 stolen bases. And there's a butt foul back behind home plate. One thing the Mariners learned last night, something they've known all along, but it forever is evident. You cannot score enough runs against the Texas Rangers.
Seems like it's always been that way. I can remember playing against these guys, and it was exactly the same thing. You have to, if you score early, you're fortunate enough to score some runs early, you better add on to them. We saw some crooked numbers out of their lineup last night.
Way low and inside. Mentioned the 4 stolen bases. Our U.S. Marine Corps leaders of the game note. Ichiro with 4 steals last night. One of only 22 players since 1920, 90 years, with multiple 4-steal games. And there's a bunt. Down the third baseline. Nicely done. So sacrifice 2-3. You know, that I understand this, but I'll tell you something, and it's an old adage that is so true more than it is not. You play for 1 run, you're going to get 1 run.
I guess it'd be tough to argue with that. I think the thing, though, you have to keep, I think, trying to bunt. I like the bunt play with these guys. We saw Benji Molina, who's behind the plate. He's a good defensive catcher, but he was having a tough time getting out to field some bunts last night. In fact, Ichiro ended up getting a base hit on one of them. So you're not only sacrificing, but you're giving yourself an opportunity to get a hit.
Strike Kutzman on the outside corner. A little unusual. Texas playing in here.
Well, I think a lot of that has to do with Felix on the mound. Another thing, too, is if you're going to play for 1 run, you better pick it up.
Change way out in front of it, 1-2. Kansas City's in tomorrow night. Today they designated for assignment Jose Guillen, the ex-Mariner.
Are you surprised to see that? I was.
Yeah, a little bit. He's been really struggling. Leading the club in home runs and RBIs. And a swing and a 1-hopper hit right to shortstop. Now they can back up. Sometimes you play for 1 run, you don't get any runs. Russell Branyan will be the hitter. Russell Branyan is 0 for his last 15. And 0 for 4 against Tommy Hunter. And a towering pop-up outside of third. And it's going to be playable as Michael Young is there. And the Mariners go away with a tear in their eye as they have a runner at third with only 1 down, and they can't score him. And after 1, there is still no score. Lead it off here in the 2nd inning for the Rangers, and this budding superstar could be had for nothing a couple of years ago.
Rangers have been patient. He's been up and down a bunch until finally things started to click for him. This year he's had some injuries that have held him back a little bit, but still having a nice year, hitting .324 with 15 home runs, 59 RBIs.
And that ball's a gap. That big will make it all the way to the Nikon sign out there. And Nelson Cruz will start it off with a stand-up double.
This looks like a hanging breaking ball. He has him an 0-2 count. And it is. Leaves it middle in. Belt high.
Nelson Cruz last night, who's standing at second, was intentionally walked so they could get to David Murphy. And even though you had a right-hander on the mound and Murphy's a left-handed bat, he hit one about 10 rows deep out in the seats in right field. And that completely turned the ball game around.
That was the big hit of the game. Pitch that was up out over the plate.
1-2. This youngster is quite the gentleman. Murphy, a Texas Ranger fan favorite. He's always signing a lot of autographs. And a fans guy, down low and outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. And when he plays well. The home run last night was his 6th of the year. Two on David. And that'll get the job done. All right, now the Rangers are in exactly the same situation in which the Mariners found themselves in the bottom of the first, with a runner at third and less than 2 outs. Let's see what they do here. There's no better place to spend the summer day or night than with the Mariners here at Safeco Field. Good seats still available for all the upcoming games, with tickets starting at just $7. So grab your shades, your friends, and head to the ballpark, and we hope to see you at Safeco Field. For tickets, you can visit Mariners.com or any Mariners team store. Here's Benji Molina. Taking down low ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Molina picked up from the Giants. The famous catching Molina brothers. His brother Jose, Yadier, and Benji. The oldest of the 3 brothers. And a high chopper over the mound. Almost a collision there between Jack Wilson and Sean Figgins. Figgins had to quickly get out of the way. So 2 away.
He almost stepped on Figgins.
Wouldn't that have been something? Mitch Moreland, the kid just recently called up, has hit in every game, all 5 games in which he has played. Slider for a strike. Down low. .91 mile an hour 2-seamer. Felix trying to even his record at 8-8 on the year, with that lettering earned run average of 2.90. And a swing and a miss. We haven't seen any 94s, 95s, and 96s in a while.
No. And typically for Felix, when lately anyways, when he starts to rush it up there is later in the game. Coming out of the bullpen, we talked about him having some issues early in the game, and his fastball isn't what you would expect. There's a good one.
Yes, there's a 96 up there on the miles per hour on the scoreboard here. And here in the second, one left over at third base. Here come the Mariners. No score. Franklin Gutierrez will lead it off here in the second inning for the Mariners against Tommy Hunter. And take the strike, 1-1. How about Buck Showalter?
Yeah.
3-0.
Mike Scioscia has to be frustrated by that, don't you think?
Red Sox have lost Kevin Youkilis for the year. He's going to have to undergo thumb surgery and will not be ready until next spring training. That's a big loss.
They've had a lot of injuries. They certainly didn't need that one. We were talking about it last night. And it's tough, especially when you're playing in the East. If you lose the amount of people they've lost, Terry Francona, I have a lot of respect for as a manager. Then you lose this guy on top of everybody else. It's tough.
Broke his back, popped it into shallow left center field, gonna drop. So Franklin Gutierrez, it's a little quail out there in the left center field.
Take a look. The barrel of his bat flies towards the Rangers dugout as this ball right in the triangle. Not all your hits are going to be line drives. We'll take those.
Jose Lopez back in the lineup for the first time last night. And had a couple of base hits and a couple of RBIs and scored a run after missing a week with that hamstring problem. 89-mile-an-hour fastball. How far do you think this Ranger ball club can go, Mike?
I don't see any reason why they can't make it to the World Series.
I think they got to get Kinsler back to do it. That's a big guy out of the lineup. I think that they've done well with their acquisition, certainly with Lee being the biggest.
Yeah. I like their pitching. I know C.J. Wilson didn't throw the ball well last night, but he's having a nice year. Tommy Hunter, who's pitching tonight, having a nice year. I don't see why not. Yeah, Cliff Lee, you get into those short series, you're going to have to beat him twice. I don't see that happening.
Here's Kinsler, second in from your right there, standing next to Mark Lowe. Swing and a miss. So on the changeup, Lopez is down on strikes. My cousin came from far away to eat rally fries at Luxiem's, but how far away?
Maybe Alaska. We've had a lot of Alaska. Some artwork going tonight.
I like her hat.
Good to see the kids out at the ballpark.
Yeah, great fedora she's got on there with a purple band.
What's that?
The young lady had a great hat on.
Oh, yeah.
Purple band. There she is. There she is. Adam Moore, his second home run of the year, but his first since being called up last night. Just a line drive into the bullpen out there. Plenty of room, plenty of time for Josh Hamilton to get back there and make the catch of that. And here's Michael Saunders. The Oakland A's come to Safeco Field for a 3-game series, beginning with night games next Monday and Tuesday, and then take a 9-inning lunch at the ballpark as the series concludes on Wednesday. The special 12:40 start time. For tickets to see the Mariners and the A's, you can visit Mariners.com or any Mariners team store. I think Goodyear has a better than 50-50 chance of going here with 2 down. He's been great at running the bases. 15 out of 16. And I'll take a chance with him here.
I agree.
Yep. And so Gutierrez is going to go to second base and then be given third. Oh, only second base.
Take a look at it. Tommy Hunter helped him out. He won't have to steal it. He just gives it to him, throws this in the dirt. Past Moreland, the first baseman. So Franklin will get second base.
So an error on Tommy Hunter. Strike on Michael. Change, he fouls it away. I know it's a little early to start talking about spring training, but I got to peek the spring training schedule for the first time the other day. And it's so unusual. And I know a lot of you fans like to come down to Arizona during another month of March to watch not only the Mariners but the other ball clubs. What's so unusual about it is there is no trip to Tucson. Everybody is up in the Valley of the Sun now. And that's fouled away. What with the Colorado Rockies and the Arizona Diamondbacks moving up into the Phoenix area, out in Scottsdale.
Well, that city surrounded with baseball.
Yeah. Not too far from where the Giants train in downtown Scottsdale. East of it. And full foul on the change. They lost a tough ball game. Minnesota when a pop-up hit the A ring. Runner going to third. The pitch is strike 3 called on the inside corner. So Michael Saunders rung up. And you're in the second. No runs, a hit in air. Man left. And after 2, no score. Flowers, Dave Niehaus on this beautiful evening. And we go into the third inning of play with no scores. Andres Blanco, the switch hitting second baseman, leads it off here in the third inning and takes a strike from Felix. And on the count, 20,000 or so again here tonight. Texas has one more trip to Seattle. Ball 1 strike. The Mariners' last road stop is in Texas at the end of September. Come back. Calm down. All right, you ready? Here we go with our AT&T trivia question. Who won 237 games as Major League pitcher before becoming a Major League owner? Was it the old Roman, Charles Comiskey with the White Sox, Connie Mack with the A's, Clark Griffith with the Washington Senators, or John McGraw and the New York Giants? Which of those 4 won 237 games?
I know you know that one.
I do.
Well, let's get it right. Go ahead.
Clark Griffith. Down low and inside because of the old Metrodome. They used to have pictures down in the catacombs down there and different things. And I remember reading that about Mr. Griffith because they moved from, it was a Griffith franchise. And they became the Minnesota Twins in 1961.
I love it when we're right.
1960. Pardon?
I love it when we're right.
Well, I think I'm right. Let me put it that way.
You're right.
2-2. The gap out there in left center field. Strike 3 called right on the outside corner to Elvis. Let me ask you something.
Sure.
You rather have Elvis Andrus or Alexi Ramirez? Felix has hit 96. Tommy Hunter's hit 93.
I think from what we've seen this year from Ramirez, it's hard to get away from that young man. I mean, I like Elvis Andrus a lot, but that kid, he made a bunch of great plays against the Mariners this year and stung the baseball. He has some pop in his bat.
I saw him make another one today watching the MLB channel and that game in Detroit. He's turned a double play.
I heard about it. I didn't see it.
It's unbelievable.
He's good.
Michael Young with a counter strike.
Felix put a little extra on that fastball. First 96 that we've seen.
Check the swing.
There's some good young shortstop in this league now. I like Willie Ibar, kid from the Angels. He does a nice job.
Derek Jeter.
He's been around for a while.
A little while. Percentages only made 4 errors. Two and two. Take that 2 ways.
I'll take it this way. If I need a double play in the 9th inning with the game on the line, I can't think of anybody better to have it hit to.
Sure is.
Right?
That's right. Ooh, I think Felix thought he had it.
Well, it definitely fooled him. You could see Young buckle a little bit on that breaking ball. Right at the bottom of the strike zone.
High pop-up. Ichiro's got plenty of room. Crosses into foul territory. And that will be that. 6 in a row retired by Felix Hernandez as we go to the bottom half of the 3rd, still looking for our first run, no score. the third inning, and Jack Wilson will lead it off here for the Mariners and take a nice breaking ball in and over first strike. Congratulations to Kelly Monroe, one of our favorite people, standing secretary here with the Mariners. She welcomed into the world her first daughter today, Mackenzie Suzanne. There's a slow ground ball. It's a shortstop, and easily Andrews throws him out. So congratulations, Kelly. All right. Who won 237 games as a Major League pitcher before becoming a Major League owner? 37% of you said Clark Griffith. And 31% of you. And the answer is Clark Griffith. Clark Griffith played for the White Sox, the Highlanders, who became the New York Yankees, and the Reds and the Senators. He started out owning only 10% of Washington. The pitch is a strike on the inside corner to Ichiro from 1912 to 18. He boosted his share to 19% in 1919 and eventually on 52% by 1949. Connie Mack played 11 seasons as a catcher. Mr. Comiskey played from 1882 to 1894, and John McGraw never owned a Major League ball club. He managed the New York Giants with aplomb for many years. On to the count. And that's down low and inside. In 1906, John McGraw and his Giants were visiting Chicago, and he wouldn't play. Swing and a miss at a changeup. He wouldn't play the White Sox because he didn't like the umpire that was going to be calling balls and strikes that day. He said, if that umpire stays behind home plate, I will forfeit this game. We will not play. Umpires said, I'm not going over to first base or second base, wherever. I'm going to be calling balls and strikes. He took his team away, and in the end, the Chicago White Sox were credited with winning 116 games, and the Mariners were credited with winning 116 games in 2001. But we know they won 116 games, not 115 games. On 1 on Figgins. Down low. I said the White Sox. I meant the Cubs. The Cubs.
Can you imagine somebody trying to pull that off today? Good luck to you.
One and two.
That Hunter was a strike thrower, 34 pitches for him, 27 strikes, just 7 balls.
And that's into the gap. Over to cut it off is Cruz, and he will do it. So a 2-out single. Let's take a look at our Kevin Woodstain's legendary moment. On this date back in 1921, Harold Arlen, oh yes, broadcast the first Major League game on radio in Philadelphia for KDKA. Pittsburgh. The Pirates played the Philadelphia Phillies, and on KDKA in Pittsburgh, Harold Arlen was the first man to ever describe a game on radio. And I believe it was his grandson, Steve Arlen, that ended up pitching for the San Diego Padres later in his career. 1921.
Kind of neat to hear what that sounded like.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Want to know on Kochman. Talking to the folks at the Hall of Fame about the Frick Award, and the Frick Award is given to broadcasters for their contributions to Major League Baseball over several years. And although Ireland didn't become a Major League broadcaster, I don't think he did for years and years. But a historical moment like that, I think he should, be in the Hall of Fame. Don't you?
I would think so. But they say why?
Well, the Frick Award, I guess, is for people who have done it, like billions of games like I have or whatever.
Well, I understand that, but that was a first.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm sure it's noted in the Hall of Fame, but he should have a special place there. Change is high. 3-0.
Tommy Hunter, he has left some changeups up in the zone. As you take a look at Russell Branyan on deck. Mariners haven't been able to take advantage of it yet, but he's having a tough time getting his changeup down.
Three and one. Another great changeup that time from Tommy Hunter. Under 6'3", 280 pounds. It's big thighs. Dickens will be taking off here. And ground ball to second base. Blanco has it and throws him out. And here in the third hit, that's it. So we go to the fourth inning of play. A beautiful evening. Great ball game. Great pitchers duel. No score after 3.
All right, thank you, Tom. Dave Sims joining in with Mike Blowers. A lot of zeros on the board so far through 3. Good pitching matchup. Felix Hernandez and Tommy Hunter. And this is the second go-through for 3, 4, and 5 in this Texas order. Hamilton, Guerrero, and Cruz. Look the way Felix is pitching so far.
I do too, and both clubs so far have had an opportunity to score a run around third, less than 2 outs, and neither team able to score. I thought it was interesting that both sides played the infield up early in the game.
Jack Wilson throws out Hamilton, 1 out here in the 4th. Yeah, but it was disappointing. Ichiro gets that leadoff double,
Right.
They get him over to third, can't get him in. But that's sort of been typical of this season. But the fact that Felix is looking a lot sharper, better start than the last time when we saw him against Minnesota.
Well, one of the things that we've noticed, and you and I talked about it in his last start, was the fact that how aggressive the clubs had been against him.
Yeah.
So far in this game, early in the game anyways, he's mixing in his off-speed pitches a little bit more, trying to get him off the fastball, and he's been effective doing that.
Minnesota, they had a game plan. Boys, he's throwing first pitch strikes, and we're coming a hack.
Next thing you know, he was down right away in the first inning. Pitched well after that.
Yeah, he did. There's Mr. Guerrero, 1-0. Good shot down to Lopez. And I'm happy to report from Safeco Field, Vladimir Guerrero is 0-2 against the Mariners tonight. Always breathe a sigh of relief when he can retire him without any damage.
I don't know how much the pitchers think about that. They're going to have to go through him 4 times in a game.
He's halfway home.
Yeah.
Another very tough out, Nelson Cruz. Double to left center. Clint Hurdle, the batting coach, talked to him before the game. Loves this kid's work ethic and how he has made himself into a big-time player. Talked about his story. He's been with multiple franchises, and he is a bona fide star.
Listening to your interview with him, I thought it was interesting what he had to say about Guerrero.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people, we've even talked about what a free swinger is, but he says he actually has a pretty good plan and an idea of what he's trying to do up there.
How about the one when he said he never makes an out, pull side in an RBI situation?
Yeah, no weak ground balls for him.
Going up the middle, going opposite field. This guy burst on the scene. I mean, just took his game up a couple of levels last year. Great start this season. Got hurt a little bit. Yeah, his numbers are outstanding. Entering tonight with 15 homers, 59 runs batted in. Felix got out of trouble first inning with a double play. Cruz led off the second with a double. They advanced in the third, and Felix retired the next 3. Pitched a clean third, trying to do the same thing here in the 4th. Keeps him in the ballpark. Ichiro to put this one in his pocket. And the home 4th coming up. And due up for the Mariners. And it'll be Brenyan, Gutierrez, and Lopez. Thank you, Tom. Saw a lot of that game earlier as Russell Brandon looks at a breaking ball for strike one. Mark Kotsay hit a huge 3-run homer to put the Sox up 4-1, and then Bobby Jenks gave it up, and then Kotsay back with a 2-run triple to win it in extra innings. The play that you and I were talking before the game about Ramirez, the play is just ridiculous.
I'm looking forward to seeing it. I haven't seen it. He's something.
Brandon 2-1. Brandon Gutierrez and Lopez. Pitchers duel through 3.5. Tommy Hunter running a deep count here, 3-1. He struck out 3, hasn't walked anybody. So Big Russ gets here, 3-1. He's aboard, first walk. Speaking of Alexi Ramirez, we marveled after watching him 7 times in an 11-day span. He's doing pretty well, huh?
Yeah, we're talking about all the shortstops, and there's some good ones, but he's leading the way with them. The out of zone plays, which means he has tremendous range, and we've seen a lot of that, especially to his backhand side. He made some great plays against the Mariners and saving his pitchers' runs. He's /1 in that. He just is just a solid player. And, last year, it's amazing the difference, I think, from where he was at last year to this year. And last year you could see he was athletic and had a strong arm, but didn't play with a lot of consistency, kind of all over the place, a little too much flash to him. And I don't know, Ozzie Guillen, of course, a longtime shortstop in the big leagues, but I think maybe Omar had some influence on him too. Omar has played a lot of third base actually for the White Sox this year, but he's a talented kid. He swings it too.
Now, 2 years ago, remember, I think we were in there in April, and he had a late inning home run to beat the Mariners. It said they'd had a little bit of pop. It's gotten better this year. Breaker misses. 2-0. Tommy Hunter hurt his oblique, left oblique in spring training. Pitched well in spring, and then they had shut him down. Then they got him down to the minor leagues, and he's been back since early June and ripped off 8 in a row before losing last week. Two and one to Gutierrez. Got a Texas League base hit, lead off the second. Got him to second when the pitcher Hunter tried to pick him off at first. The Mariners could not get him over or in.
Molina taking a lot of time. That foul ball must have taken a piece of him. Couldn't tell if it hit him in the shoulder.
I love that view right there when you watch the catcher's eyes looking at the hitter to see if the hitter has made any adjustments in his stance, if he's gone a little bit deeper or moved up in the box, widened or tightened the stances. A big time pop up. Michael Young, fair territory, 1 out. Following the Mariners and Royals game on Sunday, this Kids Run Around the Bases presented by Key Bank. All youngsters 14 and under are invited to come down to the field and take a lap around the bases. For tickets to run the bases and see the Mariners host the Royals, visit Mariners.com or any Mariners team store. Speaking of the Royals, we will not see Jose Guillen tomorrow when they come here to Seattle. They designated him for assignment. 10 days. Trade him or let him go. Remember the first time after we saw Jose had that good year a couple of years ago here, 3 years ago. Hit 20+ homers, 90+ ribbies. First time we go into Kansas City the next year, he says, I made a mistake. I should have stayed in Seattle. One and one to Jose Lopez. Struck out on a changeup his first time up. First of 3 strikeout victims. Tommy Hunter. Fielded double play depth. Pitch. Line drive. Base hit. Left field. 2 on, 1 out here for the Mariners in the 4th. Now getting cashing in.
It's a fastball out over the plate. It's a line drive over Andrews, the shortstop's head.
Lopez's 3rd hit in this series. 3 for 7. There's Adam Moore.
Adam with a 2-run home run in last night's ball game. Getting a fastball middle in. Hit a long ways too out into the Mariner bullpen.
They got ahead in the count 2-1, and nice to see him turn it loose. Lopez was aboard with a base hit 3rd inning last night.
We talked about it. He was starting to swing the bat pretty well before he ended up getting hurt and having to go on the DL. His rehab assignment in Tacoma where he swung the bat extremely well.
Talked to him the other day. His confidence worked on that. That, of course, a result of some really good hitting down there, too, at Tacoma. He's not pressing near as much as he did stages earlier in the year. He's stopped by Molina. 2-1. Mariners have 1 hit in each of these first 4 innings.
Yeah, they've had a runner in scoring position in 3 out of the 4.
Same count Adam had last night. Pitcher's pitch there, going away from him. Tommy Hunter, big guy out of Indianapolis, Indiana. Breaking ball gets him. The strikeout number 4. 2 down here in the 4th.
See, Molina wants that pitch away, leaves it inside. Actually, a pretty good pitch to hit. Adam just swings over the top of it.
Really see Hunter snap that baby 12-6 action. You can see him really have to pull that. They always say,
pull the
lampshade down. Pull the window shade down.
Yeah.
Heck of a job. Tied him up, strike 1.
It was funny too to watch Adam after he was swinging the miss. He was looking at his bat. Sometimes you wonder if there's a hole in that thing. How do you miss it? Your eyes light up and you take a hack and you come up with nothing. You wonder how you did that.
Come on, you're supposed to hit that. Oh, 2. Two-out base hits are always huge. See if Saunders can get one down the line. Look out, Mike Brumley. Good grief. Still got some hops, Mike. Way to go. Whew. That's way too close. Man. Whew. Too close for comfort. Nice to see Saunders fight that pitch off.
The pitch that he had been taking for strike 3. You know, the thing about him is I think he's going to probably end up in the 250, 260 range this year. But it's just the improvement that we've seen as the year has gone on and him getting some consistent playing time.
You mentioned the other day, Ron Washington said, wow, is he improved? He's going to be good.
Just, you know, you just have to watch him for a couple of minutes, and you can see that he has a lot of tools. Big kid that can really run, has some pop in his bat. Nice job in the outfield. And play center field for you if you need him to, which he's done.
Give Goody a blow every now and then, sure. Pitch number 6 from Hunter. Saunders last night 1 for 4, laid down a beautiful bunt in the 3rd inning. Swing and a miss. Took something off a pitch upstairs. 84 miles an hour beginning. Strikeout number 5. Mariners strand 2 more. No score. Coming neighborhoods, Denny Triangle. The Denny Triangle offers some of the best outdoor eating and boutique shopping that downtown has to offer. Visit downtownseattle.com to plan your summer outing. Felix Hernandez is retired the last 9 men that he's faced. David Murphy leading off. Looks at strike 1. Sherry, I hope you're watching at home and enjoying the ball game, and hopefully you're getting better, feeling much better. Got a lot of friends here. How about Murphy last night? They intentionally walked Cruz to get to him. Left-hander available, didn't go to him. Left the right-hander in there, and he delivered a 3-run homer in the 5th inning. Put on a pretty good power display last night, these Texas Rangers. You had the Murphy 3-run homer and the grand slam by Michael Young, 4th of his career. Blew it open. Nice job by Kochman and Felix Hernandez. As we continue, we're talking about some of the great shortstops. Remember, we were in Anaheim, and I was saying, hey, this kid doesn't get enough pub. I like the way he plays the game. Very talented young man, Eric Ibar of the Angels.
Switch hitter. Handles the bat well, and he can pick it out his own plays. He's second behind Ramirez, so he has a lot of range. Also strong arm. We saw him make a couple of those backhanded plays and throw. A little jump throw that Jeter's famous for.
A lot of talent. Shortstop position, always critical to have a darn good one on your ball club. Benji Molina grounded out to Jack Wilson his first time. Benji 2 for 4 with a run scored last evening. Coming in Ichiro. 11 in a row retired by Felix Hernandez. Let's check in with Andy Minton. Tommy, thank you very much. I jumped the gun on that one.
No, you didn't. Curtis Wilson did down in the truck. He told you.
Strike one to Mitch Moreland. Second time as many nights I've called this kid Keith Moreland. Mitch Moreland. Six starts ago, Felix got his last victory. That was July 10, 4-1 complete game against the Yankees. 1-4, 2.54 ERA since then. Good pitch, 1-2. Felix's last 6 home starts have been really good. 3-0, a 1.26 ERA. 3 no decisions, didn't get enough offensive help. Saunders, no problem. 12 in a row retired by Felix Hernandez. He and Tommy Hunter matching 0 for 0 here at Safeco Field. Inning. Let's check out the crowd in the Budweiser first inning and see who's enjoying the game. Back here at Safeco Field, bottom of the 5th inning. Jack Wilson, Ichiro, and Figgins. This completes the second go-round against Tommy Hunter. So the gap in left center field. Murphy calling off Hamilton. And he's there. 1 out. Elvis Andrus. How about this young man? He's been impressive as well at shortstop. I mean, the American League is just rich with great shortstops and young ones, too.
He has a lot of range. He looks comfortable making routine plays. You don't see him kick too many of them. Strong arm. As we saw last night, he can really run.
Yeah, that ground
nice
ball,
player.
That ground ball to Jose Lopez. He beat it out in the 7th inning. Set up the grand slam by Michael Young. Ichiro doubled to left center and struck out at an off-speed pitch. 3 for 5 last night. 4 stolen bases. Look out. Oh, guy in a glove reached up and made the catch. Well done. Nice. I think he saved some damage behind some people behind him there, boy. He saved some folks here. Watch this. Yeah. There you go. Somebody tell him Jack Zarensik is in the house and has a pen and a piece of paper or something. Ichiro 1-2, 1 out, 5th inning. It's a rubber match. Texas wins 11-6 last night. Mariners won the opener 3-2. For sure. As soon as it hit that piece of the ballpark where it juts out, that's easy double for Ichiro. He's 2 for 3. And again, the Mariners have runner in scoring position.
Line drive, base hit, right inside the foul line. Take another look at it. Over Michael Young's head. It's going to catch the corner out here. You're right. He can just walk into second base. So the Mariners, with another inning and a runner in scoring position, they need somebody hit the cashers or cash him in.
22nd double for Ichiro. Figgins got a base hit to right his last time, first time up. Executed the sacrifice bunt. All one. Good to see Figgins in his last at bat hit the ball hard. The right field as a left-hand hitter. You know it has been a mighty struggle for Figgy swinging left-handed. He's up to 216. If you look at the numbers for tonight. Count evens at 1-1.
Need to get a big hit. Mariners 0 for 6 with men in scoring position.
Breaking ball misses 2-1. Outside corner, 2-2. Marvin Hudson, the home plate umpire. One out, Ichiro at second base. Playing Figgins very shallow and towards left center field. It's at the Young. Runner holds. 2 down. Let's take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Kansas City Royals come in for a weekend series, followed by the Oakland Athletics. Athletics have been pretty sharp of late. Then the big road trip, biggest one, the longest one of the season. Cleveland, Baltimore, New York, and Boston, which will be the following week. Now, how about the Fighting Buck Showalters? They're 3-0. The Orioles win again today. Beat the Angels 5-4. Kouchman a couple of groundouts. He's 0 for 2. Casey worked a full count last at bat. We're rounding out to Andres Blanco, the second baseman.
A lot of off-speed pitches to Casey tonight. A couple pitches he wasted inside fastballs up and in. 78 pitches for Hunter so far, 54 of them for strikes.
Well, it's a marked difference from last night with C.J. Wilson, their ace on the mound. He couldn't find the plate last night. Ball one to Kotchman. Here's Kotchman now, 2-0. Each row a 1-out double. 2-1. We saw this scenario in the Minnesota series. One game, Figgins led off with the double, wound up making rent payments at second base. Never moved. Fly ball center field. Falling back is Hamilton. And another fruitless inning with a runner in scoring position for the Mariners. 5 in the books. Another 0 on the board here at Safeco Field. Time around. Great job there as we begin the 6th inning. It'll be Andres Blanco, 9-hole hitting second baseman, followed by Elvis Andrus and Michael Young. Kotchman makes the play again. He's something down there. Tonight, this game is being brought to you by Shortstops, and tonight we look at the Orioles shortstop in our continuing parade. I like this. Orioles shortstop Cesar Izturis, 6th among American League shortstops, 33 out of zone plays, 9th among shortstops in the ultimate zone, and 6th among shortstops in the revised zone rating. That's a percentage of plays made in his zone.
Good numbers. I really haven't seen him a whole lot. I'm curious to see what he looks like when we end up going to Baltimore.
Yeah. And the game winner tonight against the Angels. And the shortstop threat, it just continues with Elvis Andrus. Who's going to blink first here?
Hunter. Russell Brandon's going to lead off next inning with a home run.
Sold.
Good catch. How's it working now? He's able to throw his off-speed pitches for a strike when he wants to. Has a good fastball. Getting a lot of ground ball outs tonight. Only 3 fly ball outs for him. Lazy fly balls to right field.
See you later. Third strikeout. Andrus stunned by the call of Marvin Hudson. 2 down here in the 6th.
Well, according to the tracer, it's right there. Take a look at it. Fastball. He thought that pitch was down.
All 3 strikeouts have been looking. 14 in a row retired. Here's Michael Young, rounded into a double play and fouled out to Ichiro. 4 for 2. Young has had his success against Felix, and you know Felix knows it. 317 entering tonight. Two-0.
.70 pitches for Felix, 43 of them for strikes. Big keys for him tonight. He's struggled against the Rangers this year, and I think the big key for him tonight is he hasn't walked anybody. He's making them put the ball in play.
Numbers not pretty against Texas this year. 0-2 with a no decision, an ERA of 7.37. Challenged him 2-2. Going to make it 15 consecutive hitters retired. 2-2 to a good hitter, Michael Young.
Another good pitch from Felix, 96 miles an hour. It looked like it was right on the outside corner. Michael Young, such a good hitter.
Another guy, Clint Hurdle was talking about Cruz. Uses it all. It's hurt the Mariners a lot going to right field. Last night jumped on a first pitch with bases loaded, 7th inning, and homered into the bullpen. Drops one in. 2-out base runner for Texas. So ends the string for Felix at 14 consecutive hitters retired. Hey, do you have the courage to rappel off a 41-story skyscraper for Special Olympics? Take your support to new heights by pledging to raise $1,000, and you can participate in Over the Edge, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to rappel down one of Seattle's most famed skyscrapers, Rainier Tower. To reserve your spot or to learn more, visit www.sowa.org. Josh Hamilton, 2 outs, 1 on. It's out of play, strike 1, Josh. Josh Hamilton's name prominently displayed on the leaderboards. Tops in American League batting starting today. 357. Tied for 4th in homers. Ethan runs batted in, first in hits, first in total bases. Tied for second in doubles. One, two. It's a pretty good bet next time we see this Texas Rangers, which will be back here at Safeco in mid-September. We'll see Mr. Lee on Washington the other day saying, hey, listen, got him throwing on Sunday before we came in there. He wanted to be too hyped up. Adam Moore blocks it. It would have been a very emotional game on both sides, and he said, his adrenaline would have been off the chart. Pitched a heck of a game Sunday. But you'll see him next time. Mariners go to Texas last week of the regular season. 2 night games and a
I can understand that line of thinking, but watching Cliff this year and knowing what he's been able to do, I think he would have handled it just fine.
I hear you. That's what the skipper said.
I don't blame him.
Yeah. Have you seen that before? You've been.
Oh yeah.
Guy.
Yeah. Pitchers. A lot of times managers like to play the position players against their former teams. For that reason, figure they're excited to play and good things are going to happen.
However, for pitchers,
a little difficult. You got to be able to throw the ball in the strike zone. And if you're amped up, pitches get up, you get hurt a little bit.
2-2. This will be pitch number 80 for Felix Hernandez. And Wakamatsu's liking what he's seen to this point. Felix giving up 4 hits, striking out 3. Hasn't walked anybody. Two. On the ground, Figgins is there. Throws out Hamilton. Nice inning for Felix Hernandez. Nothing across in the 6th. Another 0 on the board. Brandon Gutierrez and Lopez coming up. Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. So Brendan fouling one off, strike one. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, the FSN crew. Glad you are with us on this Thursday. 5th of August. Mariners need to get a parade going. They're 0 for 8 runners in scoring position. That's a good start. Nice 0-1 pitch for Brandon to put into right field. Second time in a row, Brandon's been aboard. He walked his last time up.
Take a look at it. Ball jams Russell a little bit. You can see it's inside off the plate. Just muscles it into right field for a base hit.
Ends an 0 for 7.
Getting base runners every inning hasn't been the problem.
Yeah. You got to get the parade going and getting it around. And get halfway.
Lump some of those hits together.
So in the homestand, that ended an 0 for 7, and it ended an 0 for 16 for Brandon. Shows bunt. Takes a ball. Gietta's 1 for 2 with Texas League single in second. Popped out to Michael Young, the third baseman, in the fourth. Brandon will slam on the brakes and hold at second. You can't hit a ball much harder than that. Was that the light flashing before his eyes there?
They call it the hot corner for a reason. And Michael Young, a pretty good fielding third baseman, is playing on the grass. And Franklin just rips this by him. Almost hits him in the kneecap. Can't get his glove turned around quick enough to backhand it.
Be one of these with your, like, put your hand over your heart. Where boom, 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 boom. That was a hot smash. Lopez singled to left his last time. First and second, nobody out. Ball 1 to Lopez. That is a pop-up playable for the shortstop Andrus. Infield fly rule in effect. Well, if there was ever a time you're going to do rally fries, this is as good a time as any. Mike, what do you have?
I like the colors of the sign, but more importantly, the thing I like the most is the young lady in the purple. I like her hat. I thought you might like that, Dave, so we picked her out early in the
Way to go,
game.
Jillian. I thought so. You gave her multiple views in the first inning, I noticed. I'll have to invite her back to our hat club action next year.
All sisters, maybe?
Congratulations, ladies. Here is Adam Moore, 0 for 2. Bender in there for strike.
Hey, the prizes have been given out. Let's score some runs now.
First and second, 1 out. Adam Moore the other way. Blanco has got the 1, and that'll do it. 2 outs, runners at the corners.
Nice play by Blanco, the utility infielder for the Rangers. Goes over into the hole. Is the lead runner at second base.
Special Metro to the Mariners continues. So check out the bus service for your next trip to Safeco Field. Visit the Metro website for complete information on Ride Metro to the Mariners. See what Saunders does on the first pitch here. He's got 2 outs, runners at the corners. Struck out looking and swinging tonight. Jumps on the first pitch, but this time pops it up short right field, going back Blanco, and he's there. So the drama continues. Men on base can't get them home. Presented by the Seattle Mariners. Felix Hernandez holding up his end of the proposition here this evening at Safeco Field. He faces Vladimir Guerrero, Nelson Cruz, and David Murphy here in the 7th. Mariners have left at least one runner on base in each of the first 6 innings. 8 men left on, 3 for Texas. Felix had a nice run going where he retired 14 consecutive hitters, gave up a base hit to Michael Young in the 6th to end that streak.
Well, he's watched his team get runners in scoring position 5 of the 6 innings. Just can't come up with a big hit for him. And that's been the thing this year. His run support has really been rough on him. He's really struggled with that. You look at his 8 losses. Mariners have scored just 7 runs in those 8 losses, so less than a run a game for him.
Wow.
Hey, look at this last swing by Guerrero. He tried to get himself a lead. Good pitch too on the outside corner, but 7 runs in 8 of his losses.
That's really bad.
I'll give him a lot of credit.
He's kept his sanity.
He has. He's had a good attitude about it, and he comes out and competes every time. But boy, that has to wear on you. No walks for Felix.
2-2 to Guerrero. He's coming up with a base hit here. Pretty good plate coverage by Vladimir Guerrero, his first base hit. So we talk about the shortstops. How about our own Jack Wilson? See what Jack has done as it compares to the other fine shortstops in the American League.
Not his own plays. 3rd best ratio in the American League.
Third best in the majors last year, so he is representing quite nicely. And missed a lot of action this year, but those are really good numbers. Jack in his 59th game. Cruz muscles one to the gap. Gutierrez is there. Big out. FSN brings you an exclusive look at Mariners batting practice before every Saturday game. It's your chance to see Ichiro Gutierrez and the rest of the ball club tune up the bats before their matchup against Kansas City. Mariners BP Saturday at 6:30 here in FSN and FSN HD. 1 out, 1 on for David Murphy. That's hit well. Deep left field, going back. Saunders near the track, jumping up.
Makes the catch.
He made the catch. Oh, baby. He's got to get the ball to Goody now. Or did it go over?
It did go over. I thought he had it. Boy, oh boy.
Good effort. What an effort. I thought he had it when he laid there for a minute. I was waiting for him to flip it to Goody.
That's what I was worried about, that he wasn't going to get off the warning track and hang on to the ball.
Because he smacked that wall hard.
Didn't it look like it went in his glove?
I thought he did, yeah.
Let's see if he gets a piece of it with his glove as he goes back and crashes into the wall. Goes back, looks like he has a beat on it. Has to turn the last minute.
Ooh, just missed
just out of his reach. That padding, his glove hits the padding right up on the top where the yellow is, and it looks like the ball goes over his glove.
Oh, that's a tough break.
Boy, oh boy.
Tough break. 2-0 Texas. Home run for Murphy, second in as many nights. He's got 7 on the season. Guerrero scores in front of him. Great effort. That's a tough break.
So Murphy's hurt the Mariners 2 nights in a row with home runs.
Rangers come in. That's 3 home runs in this series. 2 last night and 1 here. Swing and a miss by Molina. Another tough break for Felix Hernandez. The other thing I like about Saunders back there, big kid, 6'4", can run, jump.
Well, we've seen him get his belt buckle up on the top of that wall.
Sure.
You said it when he was turned around.
That's what got him.
That's the reason why he wasn't able to make that. It would have been a great catch anyways. He certainly has the athleticism and the ability to go up and get that ball, though.
2-run homer by David Murphy going opposite field. Gives him 34 runs batted in, his 7th home run. Felix Hernandez giving up his 12th jack of the season. Up the middle, Jack Wilson's there. Benjamin Molina, 2-0. Are you on Facebook or Twitter? Well, if so, you're going to want to join us for a pregame social media happy hour this Tuesday when the Mariners host the A's. Members of the FSN and 710 ESPN Seattle broadcast teams, including Shannon Dreyer and Jen Mueller, are scheduled to appear to talk about social media and Mariners baseball. Your game ticket includes a unique T-shirt and entry into the pregame event. So come on out for tickets. Visit mariners.com/social. Two outs here in the 7th. A 2-run homer by David Murphy as Texas on the board. Mitch Moreland, the hitter. Strikeout looking and a fly out the left. High fly ball left side, out of play. Matt Harrison starting to heat up for Texas. Saw Matt Harrison for 2/3 of an inning on Tuesday night. 3-2 Mariner win behind Jason Vargas. The inning started with Vlad Guerrero, 2-2 pitch. Flipped one into right field. Nelson Cruz drove one deep to the gap in right center. Run down by Gutierrez, and on the first pitch, David Murphy. Opposite field, 2-run homer. On deck is Andres Blanco.
Next pitch will be 100 for Felix. We've talked about it before. Don trying to cut his innings back a little bit and protect him. So it will be interesting to see if he gives him an opportunity to come out of the dugout and pitch in the 8th inning. It's tough sometimes, because he's pitched so well in this game. And no run support again. If you just want to run him out there and see if you give him a chance for a win or just shut him down. You know what Felix will want to do. He'll definitely want to pitch slow.
He has pitched like a champion. Leave him in there. Felix last few outings. Going back, looking back at his last outings, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, and 7. 3 9s before that, and 8 2/3. The guy's pitching like a horse.
Yeah, he's definitely logging a lot of innings, and that's why they're a little bit concerned, and I don't blame him for it, but I just you're going to end up with a little bit of an argument from if he's able to retire Moreland here. Which is a good thing. You want him to stay out there, and he definitely would.
Well, you love the fire that this kid brings. 3-2. Lost it. First walk. 2-out base runner. Seattle Mariners baseball on FSN is brought to you by Banner Bank. Better ideas, better banking. By Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Taco Del Mar. You can try the Mondo Burrito at Taco Del Mar. It's big on flavor. 7th inning action. Andres Blanco stands in. Looks at a strike. Blanco is tapped back to the pitcher. Rounded out to first base. JB Wright starting to heat up. The other side of the story, Felix throwing a heck of a ball game, giving up the 2-run homer here in the 7th inning. But the Mariners have left at least 1 runner on base in each of the first 6 innings and are 0 for 11 in runners in scoring position. Sixth hitter faced by Felix Hernandez. 25 pitches here in this inning. On 2 strikes, trying to get rid of Blanco. Oh boy, did that eat up Marvin Hudson. Try to walk that one off. Adam Moore give him some time.
Ooh. Sounded like it hit the bat twice, didn't it?
Yep. Tell you what, I know the old-fashioned balloon chest protectors don't look as cool, but
can't see the low strike, Dave. Can't see the low strike.
In terms of functionality and preserving your body, I'm going with the balloon. Let the balloon take that hit. Up high, 2-2. Yeah, you're right about that. I remember that was a common complaint that That was in the American League, and then when umpires, especially the last few years, everybody's interchangeable. It's not American League, it's not a national. But yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Did you catch any of that when you were coming up?
No, I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember too many guys, if anybody, that used it.
It looks a lot more macho this way. Reminds you of the Richard Pryor. What was that routine? He said something about encountering dangerous animal. You got macho man, or you can be dead man. Two and two, runner goes. Hit right through the hole, base hit. Motoring over to third base is Moreland. That was a long at bat, a productive at bat for Blanco.
Hits it through the hole on the right side, stays on top of that fastball.
Good crowd on hand, 22,624. Top of the order, Elvis Andrus.
Rick Adair go out. Felix had to throw a lot of pitches in this inning, so Rick give him a chance to catch his breath a little bit. Gain his concentration as Jamie Wright continues to throw in the pen.
Jamie Wright pitched on Tuesday. 1 hit, 1 inning of work.
29 pitches in the inning so far.
Top of the order, Elvis Andrus. He's the 7th hitter to the plate. Andrus will be hacking here in this at bat. He struck out looking his last 2 times up. Back up the middle, can't get it. Base hit. Run scores. 3-0 Texas. Elvis Andrus delivers. Scoring on a play, Moreland.
Well, it's not hit hard. Last 2 balls, just ground balls that find holes through the infield. Don Wakamatsu is going to come out, go to Jamie Wright and pull Felix.
Well, that's a shame. He ran into some difficulty here in the 7th inning, gives up 3 runs. He got no run support at all through 6. His ball club left 11 minutes scoring position, so Felix takes his lead. Down 3-0 here in the 7th. Love watching the kids enjoying themselves at the ballpark. And how about the youngster who got the ball directly from Ichiro to end the half inning? How great was that? Jamie Wright takes over. Rangers have 3 runs in here in the 7th inning. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Here's the Jamie Wright profile. And he gets to face Michael Young. Gets away. Runners advance. Wild pitch thrown by Jamie Wright on his first pitch. That's wild pitch number 47 for the Mariners. That's the 3rd most in the American League.
Adam tried to do everything he could to keep it in front of him, but it's a breaking ball over in the other batter's box.
Now base hit by Young gets 2. Back up the middle. Jack Wilson throws out a hustling Michael Young. That'll do it, but 3 big runs put on the board against Felix Hernandez and the Mariners. We go to the home 7th, 3-0 Rangers. Around, they're 0 for 11 runners in scoring position. They've left a couple of Villages and a Hamlin on base tonight. It'll be Jack Wilson, Ichiro, and Figgins here in the home 7th. Tommy Hunter still dealing. What's the key to solving Hunter at this stage of the ball game here, getting ready to start the 4th time around?
Well, he's actually done a pretty good job of working both sides of the plate with his fastball. And when he's gotten into trouble, when the guys have had runners in scoring position, he's gone to his curveball and his changeup. Just 1 walk for Hunter, 5 strikeouts. Matt Harrison getting loose out of the Texas Rangers bullpen.
Wilson leadoff walk. Second walk issued by Tommy Hunter. Looking for a way to save money going to and from the airport? Take Link Light Rail for schedules. Visit soundtransit.org. Tommy Hunter in his last outing got bombarded by the Angels. Prior to that, he's gone deep in the ball games. Here he is in the 7th. 5 straight games where he got into at least the 6th. He's got 1 complete game. That was against Tampa Bay in his first game of the season on June 5th. Ichiro punts her over the screen. Foul.
I'll take a look at it. So he's just trying to drag it down the third baseline. Fouls it off. Good pitch to Bond. Just a fastball out over the plate.
Swinging away, fouls it off. Look out. Double down the line, a double to left center. Strike out on a changeup. Hamilton backs up. He's got it trapped, and he's there. That is a familiar sight to Mariner fans. We saw him run down a couple of gappers last night. Playing about 75% in center field as the one inning that gave Hunter trouble. You saw the 24 pitches. He's done a heck of a job to survive these situations where he's put up an 0 for 11 on the Mariners runners in scoring position. Biggins 1 for 2 of the sacrifice. Strike 1.
Hamilton looks like he's playing really shallow out in center field.
Is it 5th infielder? Well, you've seen him tonight and previously do a good job going back on fly balls. Tinsley going through the signs down at third base. Figgins and Jack Wilson taking a look. 3 runs, 8 hits, an error for Texas. No runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Mariners. Even in the count here, 1-1. Mike Maddox, pitching coach on the left, Ron Washington, manager on the right. Rangers leave here and go to Oakland for a weekend series, and then come home for the Yankees for 2 and the Red Sox for 3 next week. Biggie hits it hard. Jack Wilson has to get down. Jack will hold at second. Cruz, strong throw back to the infield. 1 out, 2 on. That is good news. Good sign to see Figgins hit the ball hard twice tonight left-handed.
It's so hard that Jack has to go to the ground and get out of the way of it. Line drive right in his head. Because he ended up on the ground, he wasn't able to go to third.
Pitching change. Ron Washington's going to come get his starter. Hunter's been strong for 6 1/3. Matt Harrison will take over. later on this month. 18 days from now, 3 games in Boston, 2 night games and a day game. Our Northwest Dodge dealer's call to the bullpen brings us Matt Harrison.
Take a look at the numbers for Harrison. ERA just under 4, 61 1/3. For him, 38 strikeouts, 28 walks. He's given up 7 home runs this year in the 61 innings he's pitched.
Good speed on the base paths. Figgins at first. And Jack Wilson at second. 1 out here in the 7th inning. Tying run to the plate in the person of Casey Kotchman. Texas put 3 on the board in the 7th. A 2-run homer by David Murphy. Picked up an RBI as Elvis Andrus as well. Check this swing. Jim Wolf says no, he didn't. Strike 1. Way outside. Nice save by Benji Molina. Well, that is some snag by Benji Molina.
Darren O'Day getting ready for Gutierrez and Lopez. These guys will hit after Branyan.
Mariners offense crying out for a big hit. Win again, says Jim Wolf.
Well, you can decide. Well, it looked like he went too far. He can hit a ground ball up the middle. He's got a chance for a base hit. Blanco's playing him to pull. Looks like Moreland's over towards the line a little bit. Big hole up the middle.
2-2. Wilson walked. Ichiro fly to center. Figgins hit the ball very hard again. Second time tonight as a left-hand hitter. First and second, 1 out. Another base running blunder.
Line drive right at Andrews. Actually, Jack just getting a good secondary lead. Hustles back in a second. Beats the tag.
Good quicks. Another lefty on lefty matchup with Branyan. 1 for 2. A walk.
And again, the Mariners runners in scoring position in 6 of the 7 innings.
Been a while since Branyan went deep. July 5th against Kansas City. Now it's here at Safeco Field. Tommy Hunter, Clint Hurdle, the hitting coach. Anxiously watching here. 0-2. 2 out, 2 on. 3-0 Texas lead. Barrel up, lose one here. 1-2. Second time Harrison's appeared in this series. 2-2 to Branyan. Foul. Through 6, the Mariners have left 8 on. Also Branyan, a Georgian. Harrison, a North Carolinian. 2-2. Broken back one up the middle. Andrus fields and throws out Branyan. And the Mariners are turned away again. They've left 2 more on. It's 3-0 Texas. Ball game. Jamie Wright pitching to Josh Hamilton. It'll be Hamilton, Guerrero, and Cruz. Jamie Wright came on to get the final out of the 7th inning. He gets through Adam Moore, 1-1. Tommy Hunter, 6 1/3, 8 hits, shutout baseball, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. 101 pitches, 68 for strikes. Pitcher of record for Texas. Pitcher of record right now for the Mariners, Felix Hernandez. He went 6 2/3. Hamilton looks to strike 8 hits, 3 runs. All earned, a walk and 3 strikeouts, and 110 pitches, 70 for strikes. One for 3 night for Hamilton, the leading hitter in the American League. Just the opposite of some guys we've seen who have won or done very well in the home run derby at the All-Star break. Clint Hurdle said, "Hey, we'll put on a show at BP." Hit line drives like that. takes a 2-2 pitch and turns it around, leadoff single. We're in the 8th. There's Clint, former manager over in Colorado. And he was at Sports Illustrated cover. He was here with the Mariners for a cup of coffee. Now through August 17th, you can select from 15 different MLB community initiatives to win a $200,000 Pepsi Refresh grant. Felix and the Mariners have teamed up with the Washington State Coalition Against Domestic Violence on a project giving local youth coaches the tools to teach nonviolence, responsibility, respect, and more. So visit now by going to MLB.com/Pepsi Refresh or text Mariners to 76462. Inside. Ryan Langerhan's in left field now for the Mariners. Hopefully, Michael Saunders is not hurt too badly. Slammed into the wall trying to make a catch and a home run saving effort against David Murphy. Ball just got over the fence and just over his glove. There's Mike Guerrero, second time he's looked one into right field. Hamilton will stop at second. And Texas right back at you here. Nobody out, 2 on.
Guerrero now with a couple of base hits into right field. Nelson Cruz has a double in the game. Hit the ball hard a couple of times.
This is one scary hitter. Talented young man. Big man runs well, too. We've seen him do a nice job covering in right field. Ball 1. Louis Wright picked up last month. Let go by the A's. Mariners acquired him. He's been a long time favorite of Don Wakamatsu. Count even at 1-1. Two. Strikeout would be big. I look at Cruz. He's a big, strong right-hand hitter, but I can remember back as a kid watching Willie Stargell, Willie McCovey, guys that just come up and look like extra base. As soon as they get in the batter's box, they just look like there's an extra base hit coming. Gotta be really careful. Coming in, Goody. Coming on. Can't get it, trouble. Hamilton's going to score. Guerrero will get the third. Cruz into second. So another double and an RBI for Cruz. Texas with a 4-0 lead.
Bradley comes in, ball hit off the end of the bat, tries to make a catch on the slide. Once it gets past him, Hamilton was waiting to see if he was going to catch it, and once it went past him, he was able to score.
Here's David Murphy, 7th inning against Felix. 1 out, 1 on. First pitch, he homered into the Texas bullpen opposite field. They're going to put him on. Well, that will load him up with nobody out for Benji Molina. For Cruz, that was RBI number 60. Guerrero, the team leader, with 86.
We're going to get a pinch runner. Orbone goes in the run for Guerrero at third base. Resetting.
Yep. Infield comes in, bases loaded. A run in already. Molina fouls one off. Jamie Wright, big time jam here.
Well, the play is to home plate. But Adam Moore needs to be aware of the fact that Molina is the one that's going to be running to first. And even if it's not a hard hit ground ball, he still has a good chance to turn two going from home to first.
So Jamie Wright output and still looking for his first out. Single RBI double intentional walk. He's got Molina 0-2. Tapper going foul. Unlike Matz's club, can't generate the offense tonight. They've left 10 men on. Base is loaded for Molina, 0-2. Center field. Here's Gutierrez with the catch. Orbone will score, make it 5-0. Sacrifice fly. Benji Molina picks up his 9th RBI since coming over to the Rangers. 5-0 Texas. There's a big part of your story.
Looks like Don Wakamatsu is going to make the change, bringing Chris Seton.
So 1 out and 2 runs in. 5-0 Rangers. 2 here in the 8th. 1 out. And runners at first and second. New pitcher Chris Seddon takes over. He's the 3rd pitcher this evening for the Mariners.
And the numbers for Seddon, ERA right at 3. 12 innings pitched for him. 6 strikeouts, 2 walks. Opponent's average 209.
Mitch Moreland will be his first hitter. Amy Wright came on to get 3rd out in the 7th inning, and then disaster struck here in the 8th. Single RBI, double intentional walk, sacrifice fly for 2 runs. Ball 1 to Moreland. Cruz at second, Murphy at first. Gets away, another wild pitch, second of the evening. Runners move up to second and third.
Pitch barely cleared the grass. Take a look at it, too. Right past the edge of the grass. No chance for Adam again to try to keep that ball in front of him. Sean White getting loose in the Mariners pen.
He's home.
2-0 to Moreland, infield in, 1 out. 3-0. Action pitch here. Three-1. Bases are loaded again. Pretty it has not been. 7th man coming to the plate.
Mariners will play their infield back for the double play.
Ball 1.
Blanco, good success with the bases loaded, hitting an even 400.
But their team, bases loaded, 340. Less than 2 outs, 345. Darren O'Day continues to warm up. See him for the bottom of the 8th. Setting back with a strike, 1-2. Blanco got a base hit to right his last time up in the 7th inning. Seems like a long time ago Felix Hernandez was enjoying a run of retirement. 14 consecutive hitters. He got into trouble in the 7th, and it continues here in the 8th. Another wild pitch. Here comes Cruz. He scores. The other runners advance. Wow. Seddon throws 2 wild pitches, results in a run. Cruz scores. Murphy to third.
Another one way out in front of home plate. The balls around the plate are just past it. It's easy for the catcher to smother it, but when it's that far out there, you're just trying to keep it from going to the backstop.
Six nothing. 1 out. Runners in scoring position. He strikes out. Held on by Adam Moore. 2 outs. Blanco's gone. And top of the order now, here's Elvis Andrus. He is the 8th man here in the 8th inning. Picked up an RBI in the 7th. 2-hit night for him. Ball 1.
He has really struggled. 11 pitches, 7 balls, just 4 strikes. And a couple of those balls bounced way out in front of home plate.
Two and 0. So shaky relief pitching. 0 for 12 runners in scoring position. 10 men left on. Capsulizes your Mariner performance tonight. 6-0 Rangers. Zedden trying to stop the bleeding here. 2-1, 2 out, 2 on. David Murphy, he's at 3rd. Mitch Moreland's at 2nd. Deuce is wild. Now he's run a full count.
Doesn't have to give in to him. He had first base open.
Rangers had a big 5th inning last evening when they sent 11 men to the plate. Michael Young, you saw the damage he did last night, bases loaded with his 4th career slam. 3-2. Swing and a miss at Andrus, and the Rangers are gone. It was not pretty for the Mariners in the 8th. 3 more on the board. They've scored 6 runs. The Rangers have in the last 2 innings and lead by a half dozen. Half game on the Giants. Giants lost to Atlanta 3-2. San Diego, boy, they're enjoying an outstanding season. Eighth inning action. Darren O'Day takes over. Third pitcher for Mount Washington's Texas Rangers.
Good numbers for O'Day. ERA to 1.26. 43 innings pitched for him. 28 strikeouts. He's only given up 1 home run. An opponent's average just 189.
O'Day pitched an inning and a third on Tuesday. 1 hit, 1 strikeout. Check out the Jack in the Box in-game box score. And Gutierrez, 1 of 3, multiple hit nights. The big story: 0 for 12 runners in scoring position. 10 men left on base by the Mariners today. Left at least 1 on in each of the first 7 innings. So Powell right there in the middle, a hitting coach. Love to see his Chargers get going here. Better late than never. Lights down to charging Michael Young. Flips over to Moreland for the out. We'll bring up Jose Lopez. Popped out to the shortstop in the 6th. Single to left in the 4th. Struck out on a changeup in the 2nd. Was it the Michael Wirtz kid up in down in Oakland throws like this, right? Pretty sure he's the one, right? He had the long scoreless streak last year. Or is it Ziegler?
Yeah, Ziegler.
Yeah, Wirtz is the starter.
Yeah.
I knew it was late in the alphabet.
Well, you had me for a minute thinking, oh, I got it for you.
Muchas gracias.
It's tough, too. Talking about the numbers for the Mariners tonight. Those opportunities not cashing them in, and they turn around and they get Zach Greinke tomorrow.
Okay.
Just, the schedule has just been brutal for these guys.
I told you. And you got the Oakland Ball Club. They're hanging in there. They started the day game over 500. Day off for the A's today. This one popped up. Taking charge, Moreland. Quick 2 outs here in the 8th. Follow the Mariners on your BlackBerry, Android, iPhone, or iPod Touch with MLB.com at Bat 2010. It features play-by-play video highlights of the live audio broadcast. It's great when you're walking around. Visit Mariners.com today on your BlackBerry, Android, iPhone, or iPod Touch for more details. Luke French and Zach Greinke tomorrow. Saturday, David Pauly and Bruce Chen. Jason Vargas Sunday against Brian Bannister. Kansas City's made a lot of personnel changes in the last couple of weeks, but Royals come in number 2 in hitting in the American League, 278 behind Minnesota's 281. Oakland's pitching pretty well. Number 2 in ERA, so they're going to be tough. That'll finish out the homestand, and then Cleveland and Baltimore, New York and Boston.
Cleveland struggled this year. They're 16 games under. Baltimore, they only have 34 wins this year.
And Moore slicing drive right center field. Hamilton makes the catch, covering the gap again. That's the best play we've seen him make in terms of the dive, but he recovered and got over there on a ball that was really smoked to the gap. A 1-2-3 inning. Mariners are done, and here comes Sean White. Julio Bourbon face Sean White, fourth pitcher tonight for Seattle.
Sean, 23 innings pitched for him, 8 strikeouts, 10 walks. Given a couple of home runs.
Big rip by Michael Young.
Like Natali Feliz is going to get an inning's worth of work.
He has been lights out. Worked quite well for Ron Washington and company. 29 saves for the young man.
Turn it up a notch, boys. He's going to be in the mid to upper 90s when he comes in.
Two and two to Young. Swing and a miss. He's gone. Sean White strikes out Michael Young. Brings up Josh Hamilton. Terrific catch he made to end the 8th inning. Over in right center field. Running diving catch. Couple of hits. Runs scored tonight for Hamilton, leading hitter in the American League. If you put a category out there, The all-athlete team in the American League. This kid's on it. Listen to all his baseball skills. I mean, here, this flat, run, jump, go get it. Runs the bases well, too.
That's what the scouts call a five-tool player. Do everything.
Good breaking ball by Sean White. 2 down. White really working hard, coming over the top. Big change since we saw him last time. Here's Bourbon, entered the game, pinch runner, 8th inning. Vlad Guerrero scored on the Molina sacrifice fly. Nice and easy.
We talked about it last night. More over the top, getting more sink to his fastball.
On to Lopez. Sean White throws. Oh, he throws it away. The two-seamer took off on Kochman. 13th error for Lopez.
Hey, look at the hard part is to make the catch. He hits it hard. Jose picks it. Plenty of time. See him dropping down a little sidearm.
That brings up Mr. Cruz. 2 out, 1 on.
There's a couple of hits in the game tonight. He's driven in a run, scored 1. Both of his hits doubles.
It's an opposing figure up there. 1-1. Two doubles gives Cruz 19 on the season. One and two. Mariners 3-9 against the Rangers, 1-4 here in Seattle this season. Down to Lopez again. Much better throw. Cruz is done. So the Rangers in the 9th. Naftali Feliz will take over. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 in the order. Langerhans, Wilson, and Ichiro. Nothing Texas. Rubber match of this 3-game series. That Felix takes over. Mike, as you were talking about, we've seen this young man before. He's got 29 saves. Ball will get up on you quickly. It explodes on you.
Be interesting to watch him pitch in this game. Obviously not a save situation for him. He's just getting some work. I think we saw him do that once in Texas, and his fastball was around 92, 93 until he was able to get into some trouble. He turned it up a notch. Opponents averaged 194, 48 strikeouts in the 45 innings he has pitched.
Wow. Ryan Langerhans, that's what he has to face in his first at bat of the night. He took over left field for Michael Saunders. Saunders went back and banged into the left field fence and tracked down a 2-run homer by David Murphy. Smooth 98 there.
Having a catch.
One down. I think that is a very apt description. Having a catch. Mariners' 9-game homestand continues tomorrow night. 2009 Cy Young Award winner Zach Greinke and the Kansas City Royals are in town. Our first matchup of a 3-game set. Live coverage begins at 6:30 on FSN and FSN HD. Second trip to Seattle for Kansas City. Right back up here. Mariners took 2 out of 3 from Kansas City in Kansas City. Derek, way to go, Derek. Little boy. Jack Wilson tonight grounded out the short fly to left and walked. Two. Kansas City's first visit to Seattle, 6-4 win, 3-2 win, 7-3 win. That's really playing with your mind as a hitter, isn't it? Just having a kiss. 2 down. At the rate the Rangers are going now, they have a chance to run away and hide in this division. You start looking.
I think that they will.
Yeah.
I not only think that they're the best team in this division, but they're one of the best clubs we've seen.
Yeah.
You know, in the past they've always been able to hit, but they've got some pitching for you now too, especially the back end of their bullpen. It's a good club.
Last up, Petro. I told Ron Washington, I said, if you don't win it, it's your fault.
Did he say, of course?
Yeah, that's correct. That's exactly what he's.
Wash is a good man.
Yes, he is. Oh, and 2. Felix not messing around. Been some transformation of this ball club. Texas Rangers. And with the hop, quick release. All game over for the Texas Rangers. A 6-0 whitewash tonight. They take 2 out of 3, and they are now 10-3 against the Mariners. 5-1 here at Safeco Field.
And Felix again, no run support for Felix. Really pitched well in the game tonight, but bottom line is the Mariners are going to have to find a way to score some runs tomorrow off of Zach Greinke. Tonight 0 for 12 with men in scoring position.
Not a good number. Texas, the dominating team in the American League West, win for the 63rd time. Mariners lose for the 69th time. Let's go to Brett Adams.